Okay, so today I am ranking Space Marines, specifically high-ranking ones around the time of the Horus Heresy, like first captain and first captain equivalent, like an equerry sort of thing, based on what candy I think they'd eat. So this came to me in a dream, I think, this idea. And I think it just sounds like a lot of fun. So, yeah, I guess we can go ahead and get started, right? Okay, so in the lineup today, we have, now I'm going to try to remember the names I saw on Reddit. If not, we have the Reddit sheet here. Just a little reference. So I have Marius Gage, Sigismund. I love Sigismund. I love Sigismund so much. I actually painted a Sigismund, and it was a lot of fun. I got bullied about it, but I love him anyway, and I think he's beautiful, and I tell him that every morning when I come in with my coffee. We have Mr. Iago Sevatarian, or Sevatar. Erebus. Sigismund Gigachad, absolutely. Absolutely. We have Erebus. I was going to do Corpharon, but Corpharon's boring. Erebus is interesting. So, Erebus is on the list instead. Because who cares about Corpharon? Truly. I don't know. And do I have any word bearers people in here right now? If I have any word bearers in here, I'm sorry if you like Corpharon. I don't. I think he's kind of boring. We have Raldoron. I think Raldoron was first captain, and then it came to Dante later. I think after Raldoron, I think Raldoron may have died in the Horus Heresy? Maybe? I don't know. We have Ezek Ahriman, who is growing on me a little bit throughout the years. I hate to admit that, because, like, I hated his guts for what he did to Sanax. But I've been reading the Horus Heresy, and, like, I mean, I still kind of hate him, but not as incandescently as I used to. You feel me? We have Callus Typhon. So we have Numion, Abaddon, Break Me Like Cadia, Eidolon. I love this picture of him. He looks like Lucius Malfoy's dad. He does, and it gives me life. I love this portrait. We have Luther, who I probably should have put Corswain instead, because I just like Corswain better than Luther. I think Corswain's cooler. I don't know much about either of them, but I know I like Corswain better. I think his name's cooler. I think he's a cooler looking character. We have Chinsha. I was thinking about doing Jubal Khan, but I think he was like the big guy before Jubal Khan. So I'm like, I think his armor looks cool, and so I just went with him instead. Iron Hands. Who's Iron Hands again? Hold on. There's a cheat sheet I have here for all of these guys. There's a bit of a cheat sheet that I went off of here. Iron Hands, Gabriel Sanatar, or Santar. So Gabriel Santar. In absence of me knowing their whole gig, what I'm gonna do is just basically kind of go off the Legion. So, like, I don't know much about this guy, and I don't know much about, like, say, Alpha Legion or the Iron Warrior or anything like that. So I'm just gonna be going off of sort of like the characteristics of the Legion. And then we have the Iron Warriors, who is, I mean, they have like the Trident, right? That's what I was saying, because some of them don't have a first captain. But I went with Forex, and I don't know much about Forex, so we're gonna go with just like ranking Iron Warriors here. I have Kayvon Shrike. I love Kayvon Shrike. Karn the Betrayer. I am Alfarius, and Space Fools. Gunner something. I'm just gonna call him Gunner. I used to have a dog named Gunner. We called him Gaga. Okay, so first is Marius Gage. No, it's okay. You're not late. I'm early. I think Marius Gage. The obvious answer is M&M's, right? Oh, I need to put an F tier in here. I'm not saying he's F tier. I'm just saying we're gonna have to put an F tier in here. Okay, there we go. There you go. Now it's right. Now it's right. I hate it when they just have D tier. Skittles? Explain. Bright and fun. Okay. And they're still... Okay, no, I like the idea of Skittles. And let me tell you why. Because you're right. They are bright. They're fun. Ultramarines, they got that bright blue armor. It's fun, right? You know? And so the poster boy suite, yeah. And of course, they're still pretty standard. Like, Skittles has a lot of different variations. You can have sour Skittles, you can have tropical Skittles, you can have just the straight up Skittles, right? Yeah, I think I like the idea of Skittles. I think they're like, and I think we're gonna rank them based on how, if I would like the candy that they have, or if I, you know, something like that, right? Straight up Skittles, the others are heresy. Well, I'm just thinking, like, because the Ultramarines are jacks of all trades. You know, they could have the whole, oh, I can be sour, I can be tropical, and all of that as well. The stories, too, will bring more attention to the successor chapters. It looks like they are. I think I saw, like, the size of the Emperor and stuff like that, so they're gonna definitely bring that. And Skittles come in all those types, yeah. I think they can be, I think that they can really adapt to whatever you need them to be. So they can be sour Skittles, they can, I mean, how many Skittles variations are there even? Look at all these Skittles. You have original, tropical, smoothies, sour, I always, listen, I'm a sour Skittles girly. Wild berry. I mean, look at all these variations. What's this? The dark side of Skittles? New lore drop? New Skittles lore? Anyway, yeah, I think I like, now you want a dark Skittle? I want to try them at this point. Like, they sound interesting. They just sound interesting. I think I like the idea of Ultramarines being a Skittles. I think Skittles are great. They're definitely not C or below. I think they're B and above. They're not S tier. They are not an S tiered candy. I'm sorry. Skittles, for me, that's not my preferred. I think Skittles don't get me excited, but I like them. So I think Marius Gage is gonna go in B tier. Okay. Sigismund. I think Sigismund, I'm sort of basing these on their personality, but also if I can't really think too much, if I haven't seen too much of them, I'm gonna be putting it based on the Legion, right? So if you guys want to help me out and like give me little tidbits here and there, I mean, this is how we talk, right? This is bonding time for us. This is bonding time for the Lemur gang. So Sigismund, I remember kind of having a stick up his ass. He's very honorable. He's very no nonsense. I think very much like Dorn. Yeah, and I think, okay, listen, I think Dorn eats Scotty dogs. Have you guys ever seen Scotty dogs? My husband said this too, and I think I'm in agreement. I think he eats Scotty dogs. You guys ever seen those? They're like black licorice, right? So these are like black licorice little Scotty dogs. They're kind of archaic, right? They're not super popular. It's a vibes thing. I think it's partly because of this that I think that they'd eat Scotty dogs. It just feels right. It feels right. I love black licorice. I might be one of the few who actually does love black licorice. So I don't know. I think it is an acquired taste. I could see them being black licorice. Yeah, specifically little dogs. Because I think as much as Imperial Fists like to pretend that they have a perpetual load-bearing stick up their ass, I think that they can be kind of whimsical too. I feel like, okay, listen, these types of people, right, they will always act serious, but they have little duckies on their shower curtains. And that's like a little bit of whimsy. Not too much. They don't go full goblin mode, right? But they have little rubber duckies all over the place or something like that, right? They have ducky shower curtains. They like things that are shaped kind of cute. You know, I think that if it was a normal snack, if we were ranking them based on snacks, their favorite snacks would be goldfish. That sort of thing. I think that's adorable. I also love black licorice. Like, really love black licorice. I want to try it salted. I've heard that shit slaps too. I think I do like black licorice. I want to put him in A or B tier, personally. I think I respect that. I think I wouldn't get it too many other places. A tier. It's black licorice. I mean, it's just good. Ooh, Yago Savatarian. Okay, so I know Yago, or Jago. I've heard it pronounced Yago. Savitar. I know Savitar raised a child. I know he did that. Her name was Altani. That was his little girl. Charlie said he raised her to be a monster, but I don't care. I think it's adorable that he had a little baby girl. He has a bit of a soft side, but he's also, like, he's Yago, right? Nicest Night Lord? Absolutely. He's also Yago, right? He's a Night Lord. So, I feel like his candy, I don't know if he would really want something that's super, super sweet. You know, because it's like, he might be big and scary, but he has a bit of a nice side. So I feel like, I was thinking like Sour Patch Kids. But I think I'm going to have to go with something that's sufficiently just sweet. I think he has something that's like really, really sweet. What's the sweetest candy you guys can think of? Because I'm like thinking, I mean, I'm thinking like, I was originally thinking like Sour Patch Kids or Sour Skittles or something like that. Something that's sour on the outside but sweet on the inside for Yago, originally. But I think I'm changing my mind. I think he'd have something like a Milky Way, maybe, or like a Three Musketeers. I think he might have like a Three Musketeers. Something that's just sweet because he raised Altani. I think I'm gonna have to go with him doing Three Musketeers because there's not much there. No, maybe like Mounds, actually, because there's a bit of a surprise there with like the almonds and the coconut, and I feel like he'd fuck with that. I do. I feel like he'd fuck with that. I think it has to be super sweet, but I think it will surprise you. This is me just characterizing their personalities, I guess. I think he's going with Mounds or Almond Joy. I think that's Yago's candy. And I could fuck with it, but I'm not like crazy about it. And we know coconut isn't for everyone. Yeah, I think some people think coconut just doesn't belong in desserts. I think that kind of sums up the Night Lords anyway. And it's like, why are they Space Marines? I think I'm gonna have to say that he goes with Mounds. I think that's the one with coconut, right? Yeah, that's the one with coconut. I actually fuck with Mounds, like, really hard. I fuck with them really hard. Oh, nice! Thank God it's Friday, right? I'm gonna be playing video games tonight, like, after I'm done working and going to the gym. Poor Lemur King's super sore right now. I think he's going with Mounds. I think it's just sugar and chocolate and, like, coconut, and I think he'd fuck with that. And I fuck with that pretty hard. Then again, if Mounds is in a candy bowl and there's other options, I usually go for the other options. Ooh, nice! Monster Hunter! Oh, with the nephews! Have fun! Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to go with Mounds. I think that would put him, for me, I think B or C tier. I think Mounds are really good. I think I forget how good they are. And then I have them and I'm like, oh shit, this is so good. But I think I'm gonna put him in C tier. Yeah. Yeah. And I was saying he definitely, I think it's either Almond Joy or Mounds. Like, Almond Joy has the almonds. and Mounds have the coconut. Either way, it kind of gives you a little surprise. It's super sweet, but it'll surprise you with a little thing. And some people, it's not everybody's cup of tea, right? I'm gonna have to go with Mounds for the coconut though. I think if he had to choose between Almond Joy and Mounds, he would choose Mounds. Jeez. I feel like both fit for Night Lords. They're either nuts or coconuts. Yeah. Something a little odd like that. They're doing something a little odd. They're doing things differently, I think. I don't think a lot of mass-produced candy has either of them. But it looks like they both have coconut. Oh, yeah. No, definitely Mounds because of the dark chocolate. Or maybe... No, because, like, milk chocolate's, like, just way sweeter. Like, it's just an excuse to eat sugar and milk. Maybe that would be Yago. Anyway, I don't know. We're moving on. Okay. I was actually talking at the local grocery store about our beloved Erebus. It's up there with nuts and chocolate. Yes, absolutely. Chocolate covered almonds are my best. My favorite dessert. My guilty attraction, Erebus. I was talking about him with my husband at the grocery store. And we were kind of debating on this one. Actually, we were going back and forth on Erebus. Because I was saying, I think Erebus has Milk Duds. Something really sour. Okay, we were thinking about something like this. I'll get to that in a second. So, I was thinking at first like Milk Duds. Because he doesn't eat them because he likes them necessarily. He eats them, so that way he like... the guy next to him, and you know, someone takes it, and then he just watches them pick it off the roof of their mouth and their teeth for the next half hour and just kind of laughs on the inside. That's my theory. Lemur King, however, is in disagreement. He's saying that Erebus has anything that looks like an animal. Sour Taffy, I've never heard of Sour Taffy. Is that good? He said he has anything that looks like an animal or a person. So like a chocolate bunny or Sour Patch Kid, but he eats it legs first. And we were kind of in a debate about this because I'm thinking that he is more the personality that he wants to fuck with other people, but I also love that analogy. That is kind of perfect. I think he could do both. I think now that I'm thinking of it, I think when he's alone, he eats chocolate covered bunnies, but eats everything except the head. And, you know, Sour Patch Kids legs first. But when he's with people, he eats Milk Duds. Bite a single leg and a single arm off. Yeah, he might mix it up sometimes, you know, just to feel alive. Absolutely. No, but like, I think that's a good analogy. I do. But yeah, he definitely eats them anything but the head first, right? And that's my theory. That's his theory, and I think they can coexist. I do. I don't think it has to be one or the other. I think it's a difference of whether he's alone or with people. Because when he's with people, he doesn't eat candy for his own enjoyment. Yeah, they have to suffer. Yeah, and you know the candy has to suffer. But also, if he's with people, the people he's with, he has to be fucking with, because that's how he gets enjoyment out of it, right? So I think. Okay, I love Sour Patch Kids. I only eat the blue and the red, though. My husband eats the rest. When I get a pack, I pick out the blue and the red, and then I give the rest to him. And I do love chocolate bunnies as well. I think I can't. I have to eat their head first. I have to just decapitate them first. But I also don't like Milk Duds very much. So I think he occupies this weird both space here. And I think if he just had chocolate bunnies or Sour Patch Kids, that would put him in A tier. But I don't like Milk Duds. Milk Duds would be easy C or D tier here. Go away. And bites the limbs off someone else's Sour Patch Kid. Yeah, you just take your Sour Patch Kid right out of your hand, then gives it back. put him somewhere around here. I think we're gonna have to put something in between B and C tier for Erebus. I think for his candy. Purple. Shit. Green. There we go. How about his tier, the Erebus category? I think he's gonna be a make up your mind out of 10. There we go. Erebus. Erebus, make up your mind. Or there we go. Bites the legs off your Sour Patch Kid. Raldoron, I think was like pre-Dante. He's gonna, listen, guys, there's only one choice for Blood Angels with their favorite candy in general, and they all have the same one. Gushers. Cherry flavored Gushers specifically, but Gushers. There's only one option for Blood Angels. A single one. There's no other option. Now, where do Gushers fit on the list? I do love me some Gushers. I actually, now that I'm thinking about them, I kind of want some Gushers now. I love Gushers. It's gonna have to be A or S tier, I think. I don't think they're my favorite candy, but they're up there. So I'm gonna put A tier. Are they before or after Black Licorice, though, is the question. I do love me some Black Licorice. Oh my god, they're like so tied. Because Black Licorice I could get, like, I could eat my weight in Black Licorice, but then I will never eat them for the next 3 months. And Gushers are just sent here by the gods. I think I'm gonna have to put them closer to S tier, actually. There it is. Okay. I think Black Licorice is in the moment candy, and Gushers, yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair, Fib. Azrak Ahriman. I've heard from one of my friends who's Persian that Ahriman is pronounced Ahriman or Ahriman or something like that. I'll have to ask her again when we go to the gym tonight. I actually came up with this independently. I think Ahriman eats something like a Tootsie Pop or any sort of candy that has a hard shell and then something soft on the inside. But he has the patience to sit there and lick it. You know? The only thing is that he really wants to see how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop, but he's licking, and he's like, I've got it. I'm at the center of the Tootsie Pop. Now I get to bite into it. That's my reward. And then he bites into it, and every single fucking time he hits the hard shell because there was just that little sliver left that he didn't expect to be there. That is Ahriman. I do love me a Tootsie Pop. I do love me hard with soft center. It's not my fave though. It's like meh. It's not a great candy. I will take it if there's nothing else. I think the patience says a lot about him, but we're not necessarily ranking them based on whether or not they have patience with their candy. We're ranking their taste in candy. The last second unexpected hard shell, exactly. And it's like, I planned for this! How did this sneak up on me? And that is Erebus, or not Erebus, sorry. Freudian slip. That is Ahriman. I think that's gonna, listen, I don't really like those kinds of candies. They're not my favorite. If he offered me some, I might take them. But like begrudgingly, I would kind of look to see if he had anything else. Or if I could get anything else. They're gonna have to go in D tier. They're below Mounds. They're definitely below Mounds. Callous Typhon. The Death Garter. I would say the Death Garter. They don't really, I don't think they have time for candy. I don't think they really eat candy. I mean, I was thinking about it. And like, maybe the candy they'd eat, they wouldn't eat it because they like it. Flumps? Because I was thinking that they wouldn't really eat candy. They would eat candy off the floor of their car. just to show you that they could. Okay, so flumps. Why flumps? What the hell? What is this? Okay, so explain. What's up? What is this? What kind of archaic shit? Are they produced in another country? What? Okay, explain. A British sweet made of marshmallow. I am so curious. Why do you say flumps? Just squiggy things? Huh. Huh. Okay, so it's because they're just soft and squishy? Like the ooze from a death? That's gross. Okay, so here's a theory that I think I'm coming up with Nova. It's something off, like something weird. I think flumps is very weird. That's odd. And okay, I like that because it's very no nonsense. It's like, okay, you eat candy because you want something sweet. Marshmallows are basically just sugar. They have no nonsense, right? No, it's good. I love that. I love that. It's disgusting like the Death Guard are, but in the best way possible. I think Callus Typhon doesn't admit he likes candy, but like low key, yeah, he just wants molded sugar. Yeah, exactly. Like low key, he doesn't admit it, but that is his candy. I think I respect that. I fucking love Peeps, guys. I love Peeps. I don't think I like them more than Gushers or Black Licorice. I think I'm gonna put them in between A and B tier. And it's gonna be, what the fuck is a flump? Out of 10. That's Callus Typhon. Numeon. Artellus Numeon. Alright, here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. I think I already have my mind made up about them. I think they are chamoy covered peach rings. He eats anything with chamoy and fruit flavor, and let me tell you why. One, it's my favorite candy. Two, I think, you know, it has a bit of like bite you back sort of thing, right? It has a bit of bite to it. But it's like super wholesome, right? It's like a wholesome little candy that has a bit of a bite to it. Just like that sort of peach ring with some spicy stuff on it. It is my favorite candy. I love anything fruit flavored that's just smother that shit in chamoy. I don't give a shit what's underneath. You could put battery acid in a Gusher and I'd still eat it if it had chamoy on it, right? You could have a Gusher outer coating with battery acid inside and I'd still eat that shit because it had chamoy. That's gonna go S tier. No question about it. This is gonna be a really short YouTube video. Abaddon. I'm actually thrown for a loop on this one. Yeah, I think we can meet in the middle. I think we can meet in the middle on this one. I think he, on the outset, looks like he eats candy corn. I think he truly likes M&Ms, but he feels like maybe they shouldn't be his speed. Like he doesn't want those optics that he just eats chocolate covered in candy, right? I feel like he would feel like it makes him too soft. So he eats candy corn because everybody's like, oh, why would you eat candy corn? And then he thinks that means he's tough. I don't know why he still eats candy corn when he knows M&Ms are his favorite candy. But just because he eats candy corn and like really kind of swears that he eats candy corn. Is that F tier or is that somewhere below F tier? Below F tier. I'm gonna put him in a tier that says stop eating candy corn, you know you hate it. Below F tier. I feel like Ingron is the one who likes candy corn. That's a good one. That's a knee slapper right there. Good one, good one. Eidolon. My husband came up with this, and I think it's perfect. Eidolon, Emperor's Children in general, eat like those really high, they never eat anything that's like, you know, standard. You don't get it out of a gas station. They eat the fancy Belgian chocolates that have like bourbon in the center. And like, you know, they only eat stuff that comes in a silk box, right? But they eat it so much they make themselves sick. So like they'll eat boxes of this at a time, right? And they just end up getting sick, right? That is Eidolon, for sure. He eats those high quality sort of foreign chocolates that come in a silk box, but he throws up after. But I think if they can't get the really fancy shit that comes in a silk box, they're getting Pop Rocks. It's a vibes thing. I can't tell you why. I think he wouldn't want to be caught eating Pop Rocks, but if he needed to, Pop Rocks. I feel like the Emperor's Children are always so pure and delicate with wine, food, everything is excess. Yeah, and that's the thing, is that it would be super high quality, but he'd have too much of it. Now, I love this stuff. So I see them, candy-wise, as they eat dirty, basic protein bars. That's an interesting idea. That they also eat, like, a ton of just, like, those, like, protein bars that have shit macros, but they taste really good. I like that. I like that a lot. Like, they consider that candy because they want perfect bodies. Just, like, a clash against their personality. Yeah, like, I mean, they want perfect bodies, right? And, like, listen, I'm on a cut right now. I have become a protein cookie connoisseur at this point. I get that. I get that. Sometimes it's the only thing that keeps you sane, right? When you're trying to get fucking shredded. So, I like that. And I do love a good shitty protein bar. Like a protein bar that has just terrible macros. I have heard, however, that the Snickers protein bars have good macros and they taste amazing. So, I don't know. Dr. Mike Israetel likes them. Whatever, so whatever. I think any of those for me are S tier. But anyway, so whether it's shitty protein bar or silk box chocolate or Pop Rocks, the only thing, I don't really like Pop Rocks that much. I like any of that stuff. I think for the reason that I'm not a huge Pop Rocks person and I prefer chamoy covered fruit stuff, I'm gonna put Eidolon after Numion. I think he's S tier, but like just barely. Because of the Pop Rocks. For me. I'm not a big Pop Rocks person. I do like sneaking Pop Rocks in desserts though. I do, because just if you put Pop Rocks in something, you don't tell people that you put Pop Rocks in it, just watching their face is such a journey. I love it. Luther, hands down Bit of Honey. I was thinking about this the other night. It's the Dark Angels thing. I think that's the only thing they eat. You guys ever heard of this shit? Bit of Honey. It's archaic. No one knows this. No one knows this stuff. What is this? We don't know. But we've never had it. We've just seen it. Yeah, okay. So I like the Kinder Egg. I think that's sufficiently... Kinder Eggs have a prize inside, right? Do they? There's something inside. Capsule contains a small toy. Aren't they banned in some countries because of choking hazard? I do like that. I do like the Kinder Egg idea. I was thinking, the way I view Dark Angels is that they're collectively all just grumpy old men. So I was thinking Bit of Honey for them, because it's archaic. Or like Divinity, or something like that. Like, they eat some weird stuff that you can only get at vintage stores. Rock candy, since they lived on the rock. Oh, rock candies. And rock candy's super old, right? Now, we are going by Luther here, and not necessarily Dark Angels, right? So this is specifically Luther. So I'm like... He was locked up on the rock forever? Yeah, because of treason, right? Allegedly. Some people think he's like Cypher. Some people think Corswain is Cypher. Who knows? Who knows with this slippery little guy? Didn't the Lion forgive him recently? He did do treason. Like, hardcore treason. Didn't the Lion, like, forgive him for that? Recently? I've heard something about that. I might be on Glue, though. I think they eat something that's, like, old school. Listen, there's a place in my heart for old school. Well, I never got to meet him. I think there's a place for old school. I think he likes the dad type candy. So I think he's rocking, yeah, like with rock candy and bit of honey. I don't know how to rank that because I mean, rock candy, I've had before, and I can fuck with some rock candy. Soft toffee caramel. Yep, Werther's Originals, those strawberry candies that your grandma has. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? He has anything, God please, anything but, like, I don't know, pretzel M&Ms, right? None of that new shit. He has this stuff that you've never seen. And, like, you don't know where these people get this stuff from. Honestly, I know they sell them on Amazon, right? I know they sell them on Amazon because I'm seeing them. And they're for, like, 15 bucks. But, like, I never see them in a store. I have never seen those strawberry candies in a store. So I don't know how she got her hands on them. I sincerely don't. And, you know, I prefer living life like that. Just thinking, you know, I don't know where these things are found, but I love them anyway, right? But for that reason, I think Luther, I love those kinds of candies. I've never had bit of honey. I've never had some of those archaic things, so, like, I'm not quite sure exactly how to rank it. But the things that I have had, like those strawberry candies, slap. They slap hard. Werther's Originals slap. There's a reason why they're classics. He's gonna have to go in A tier. Gushers is still close to S tier. Nothing's gonna... I don't think many things are gonna dethrone that. I think there's a wide variety. I think I prefer Luther's type of candy, though. So I'm gonna put him before Sigismund. I think I like the things that he's offering a little bit more than black licorice. Or do I? Do I? Would I want black licorice or this okay, fuck it. No. I'm changing my mind. He's after Sigismund. Yeah. No. Okay. Chinsha. I did not do Jubal Khan. I did Chinsha. Because he was, like, the first Equerry kind of guy. Like, he was the best of the best for quite a while. And I like his armor and legions. So, fuck it. Chinsha. I think he's eating pixie sticks. I was talking about this with my husband. In general, white scars eat pixie sticks. That's just what they do. Now, do I like pixie sticks? Not particularly. I actually kind of don't like pixie sticks. F tier. I don't like pixie sticks. I just don't. Right, Gabriel Santar. Now, I don't know much about him. They need the colored sugar? Yeah, just straight sugar. Straight to the fucking mainlining it in their bloodstream, right? They're just mainlining sugar is basically what's happening with the white scars. Just mainlining it. They just want the sugar high. They don't care. I think Iron Hands? Oh, God. I don't know what Iron Hands would eat. I think we're gonna come back to Iron Hands. Skip. Okay, I think Iron Warriors, however, I do like Toblerone for them. I think they eat some Toblerone. I'm personally not a fan of Toblerone because there you go. Should be Smash Candy from Norway? Smash Candy? What's Smash Candy? I think Iron Warriors definitely are eating Toblerone. I'm not a big Toblerone person. This is ranked on based on whether or not I want the candy that they have. Taking candy from a space marine, right? It's like taking candy from a space marine. New analogy for something that's really fucking hard to do. I think Iron Warriors eat Toblerone. I don't like Toblerone that much. I think they do it because it's structurally sound. Every YouTube clip with candy from Norway has it, and people get mad because it's crazy good and addictive. I need to try it now. I think that's what I'm going to ask my friends to bring me back from Norway if they ever go again. I think Toblerone, I kind of like it, but it's not great. I think it's going to go C tier. Hey, Dr. Bro! There's Lemur King. We're almost to your boys right here. They love slowly eating the Toblerone piece by piece. Yes! Okay, Raven Guard, Kayvon Shrike. What is Kayvon eating? Ah, I love Kayvon and his stupid little emo haircut. So what did I eat all the time in my emo phase? I think I have to get back to my roots here, guys. Ah, it turns out it actually was a phase, you know? I think Kayvon... Skip. We're gonna come back to Kayvon. I can't do Kayvon right now. I don't know what Kayvon's eating. It's like a corn top covered with the best milk chocolate you can find and a little hint of salt. It's crazy good. Even Norwegians empty the bag instantly. Oh my goodness, I need to try this. This sounds so good. Okay, Karn. I'm gonna need some help with Karn here. I don't know what he's eating. I don't even think he likes candy. But he has to have something, right? I sincerely don't know what Karn is eating. This is hard. I think maybe Karn is eating Black Death sour candy. It's allegedly, they stopped manufacturing it. It's allegedly, now that I'm thinking of it, because Fib, that's a good question. That's making me think. Rusne Spiker? Spiker? I don't know. I thought it was fun because the butcher's nail. Okay, so let me try that. Rusne. Oh shit, what is this? Is this it? What? That's it? Okay, so is it like salted licorice? What does this taste like? It's salted licorice. I thought that was it. I had heard of that. I've heard salted licorice slaps, though. And I love licorice, as we have established. It's the worst kind. It's super salty? You don't like it? I mean, I like the idea of him eating something like that, because it's also very salty, and eating something very, very salty is very unpleasant most of the time. Right? I mean, like, you know, you have, like, chips and stuff, and that's great. And that's, like, super salty. But, like, most of the time, it's just not great. Black warheads, the one people said would burn a hole in your tongue. I like that idea a lot. I think he's going for something like that. Something kind of unpleasant that's, like, a super acquired taste that you didn't even know you could acquire. And I think that's pretty much Karn. I think he could eat the rusty nail. I think that that's two in the same. That's, like, one in the same, right? That, yeah. I think it would depend. Corn cares not from where the blood flows. Puts holes in your mouth. Perfect. Actually. Yes. Okay. Yeah, he's eating something like that. I think I've heard of people, like, they get mouth bleeds from eating that sort of super black, the Black Death candy. Like, the super sour black warheads. I have heard of that before. People, like, their tongue starting to bleed. I think he'd do that. Or, like, if there's something, like, some sort of candy that's also made out of ghost peppers. Or something with pineapple, since we know the enzyme tries to eat you back. Oh my god. What? What would have pineapple in it, though? Do you think he just eats a fuck ton of chocolate-covered pineapple? That could fit. I think. Yeah, something that bites you back. Absolutely. Which is why you eat pineapple if you're eating a ton of meat. So it cuts you and that's part of the flavor kick? Oh my god! He respects that it tries to eat him as he eats it. I think he thinks of it as a little competition. I think half of Karn's enjoyment eating candy is the candy trying to eat him back and he has to fight it. I think that's perfect. I think that's a mood. I think I would love to do that at some point. But, like, what tier is that? I also am not reaching for that shit. He enjoys the victory over the pineapple in the battle. I love that. I think I would do that with him once. I think I would eat his favorite candy once. And it'd be a fun experience. But I don't think I'd ever do it again. I think it goes in D tier. It's definitely not F tier. But I think it goes before Ahriman's. I think I'd enjoy it more than the really boring Tootsie Pop. You know, because it's an experience. You're eating candy with Karn. If you're eating candy with Karn, it is not just, you're not there for the candy. You were there for the competition. And it's just a lot, you're there for the fun. He brings the fun to eating candy. Karn doesn't just eat candy. He makes it fun for you. And I think that's almost C tier. This personality alone brings it almost to C tier, I think. Who's Alpha Legion? I forgot his name, but Alpha Legion. Lemur King, I think you said it was Cracker Jacks. Yeah, we're all Alfarius here. So I guess Alfarius, right? Omegon? I think Lemur King was thinking it would be Cracker Jacks. I don't know if that's a candy. But it's like candy corn, but it has like a prize in it. Surprise, bitch. I could also see him actually being the one eating the Kinder Egg as well. You know? I could see that. I don't really like Cracker Jacks though. You agree? They love candy with the secrets? I'm not into that. I'm like, I like the prize and stuff, but like, Kinder Egg? Yeah. They only get the mystery flavors. It's just too much for me, you know? Like, I feel like I wouldn't know what they're gonna give me if I am having candy with an Alpha Legion guy, right? I just don't, if it's like all the mystery, like Bean Boozled, or like if it's like a Kinder Egg. I love Kinder Eggs, but I never know what I'm gonna get. I think the mystery alone kind of gives me anxiety. I don't like not knowing what I'm getting. Or chocolate with Hot Reaper. Yeah, you never know what you're gonna get. I think that could go between D and F tier. I think you could hit really hard and you could do it really good, right? You could get it, right? But get struck with what the hell is this? Yeah, exactly. You think you're gonna enjoy yourself? Yeah. Just like them, the Legion whose loyalty depends on the day's horoscope. Yeah, I just can't do that. I think that's just too much for me. I think that's just too much. I never know what I'm gonna get. I don't think I'm gonna put it F tier because you might get some bomb ass shit, but like most of the time you're gonna be stuck here. You might get a couple up here. Kinder Egg slaps, but like you might get the Hot Reaper shit, and that's just not fun. Those chocolate bullets, but one has the Reaper in it. It's like rushing. Yeah, that's just too much anxiety. I don't think it's F tier. I think it's between D and F tier. We are gonna change the color of this to pink because I like pink. How am I gonna rank this? Please stop trying to trick me. He's comfortable there. So I always play that with my friends. Oh my gosh. If they give me candy, I would leave it in the wrapper. You might come back in a few days and it's dissolved itself in acid. Yeah, you gotta let that ferment. You gotta make sure that they didn't do anything to it. Yeah. Gunner. Space Wolf. Space Wolves, this is fun. For my Norwegians and my Swedes and my people made through generations of Viking bloodlines, what is the candy? Is the question. Because I think the Space Wolves are eating something from Fenris. I don't think that they're just going for standard issue candy. I think they're going for Fenrisian because that's the only good stuff now. Now, what kind of candy would be on Fenris? I mean, shit, I was reading like Jules Verne the other day and they were talking like moss soup in Iceland. And I'm like, what? Sounds good though. I think as far as what candy the Space Wolves would eat, they're eating some shit you've never heard of because it's from Fenris. I don't know how to rank that, guys. I don't know. It could be the best thing I've ever had. It could be the worst. I don't know. Bit of honey. We've already established that's Luther. That's Luther. She does Viking stuff and work at the UNESCO spot for Vikings in Norway. Oh, nice. You're thinking of hardtack. Hardtack is what sailors used centuries ago when sailing the seas. Yeah. It was a ration. Okay, is she still in her classes though? Can I phone a friend? Can I phone a friend's girlfriend? Huh, dried berries and mead. Oh yeah, maybe they'd be eating like just straight up like trail mix type stuff. I don't know, maybe milk bones? Are they eating milk bones? Is that the candy for Spaceballs? It's just milk bones? I'm sorry, Coyote, if you're listening. I'm so sorry. I'm doing the meme again. Milk bones. Make a new tier underneath F tier. Where are all my milk bones going? Kibbles and bits. Those bacon snacks for dogs. Bacon, 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 bacon. Oh my god. Can I phone a friend? Can I phone your girlfriend to ask? I texted her. She said it's not much. Records of candy, but dried berries was popular. Thank you. Tell her thank you from me. Tell her she's the best. Tell her you love her. Okay, so like dried berries. Listen, I get down with some dried berries, but that's not candy. That is not candy. Fermented blueberries. Jeez. Yogurt and berries, honey says a sweetener. Listen, I love that stuff, right? I go nuts over that, but it's not candy. Well, I mean, we're doing like Space Marines. I mean, Luther's kind of a Space Marine. I should have gone with Corswain instead. But like, Luther, I said, he has like those strawberry candies that your grandma has. He has Werther's Originals. This is as sweet as we go. Yeah, it's not candy, so it's gonna have to be F tier, right? Some people were saying also for Luther, it would be like the Kinder Egg, because there's a surprise in the middle. Surprise, heresy. I think Gunner is gonna have to go. Gaga, listen, I'm sorry, Gaga, but you're F tier. I think it's after Pixie Sticks. Because, listen, at least that's candy. It's concentrated sugar, but it's candy. Listen, I love yogurt and dried berries. F for finished here. Yep. These are the ones I skipped, actually. It was Iron Hands and Kayvon Shrike. Iron Hands being Gabrielle Santar. So if I have any Iron Hands enjoyers in here, please speak up. I have no clue what candy Iron Hands would eat. My theory for Iron Hands. They're like inventors, right? I think Santar. Iron Hands are really predictable when playing poker. Are they? Iron Hands never fold? Kayvon Shrike. Raven's Revenge test tubes? Never heard of this. Raven's Revenge can't... Hey, wait! That looks like a crayon! That's so cool! Huh. That looks like a pixie stick. Black licorice for Iron Hands? I won't tell any more dad jokes. He doesn't get me. Okay, so I think, here's my idea. I think since the Iron Hands are like inventors, I think they're doing stuff with candy. I don't think they're just eating candy. I think they're like creating new ones. I think that they might be doing things like s'mores, but like experimenting with different types of marshmallows and stuff like that. I think they put some effort into it. I think that's what's happening with Iron Hands. I think that they're making shit. Gingerbread, but all the men have their hands missing? Or heads missing? No, not the head. No, Ferris. This kind of like bites the legs off your Sour Patch Kid. And then gives it back to you. Oh. They make houses and gingerbread cars? Ooh, yeah. I don't think Iron Hands are in it for the candy. I think Iron Hands, he did deserve better. I think Iron Hands are in it for the experience. I think they're a lot like Karn. I think No! Do I have an Emperor's Children enjoyer then? So, I don't know if gingerbread's really a candy though. It's kind of like Gunner. It's closer to a candy, but it's not a candy. It's something a little different, right? I mean, it doesn't really, listen, gingerbread slaps. I love gingerbread. I love ginger snaps. I love anything ginger flavored like that. But like, I don't think that's a candy. I think that's something different. I think I love the idea of them making like little houses and men and all the men are decapitated and stuff. I think that's gonna have to go in F tier though, because it's not a candy, but it's closer to a candy, so it's gonna go before Space Wolves. I think. Cave on Shrike. Apparently Raven's Revenge, I do feel like, is the best bet we have here. It's just powdered sugar, right? What is this thing? Slash Nostalgia. Candy Warehouse. Sour powder candy. Okay, so it's like Pixie Sticks, but sour. Go away. That's really cool. Yeah, it would be a baked good. It's not a candy. Or confection, yeah. Edgar Allan Poe ripoff. Yeah, this is really cool. I like that. I think that's the only thing that it's sold out. Is there any place that sells this? No one sells it anymore. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to go... I think we're gonna have to go with Raven's Revenge on this one. I think that's too perfect. I've never had it though. But it's basically just sour sugar, right? I'm not sure where that's ranked. Because it's like a pixie stick and I don't like just sugar. I don't like eating just sugar. Even if it's just sour. But it would be like eating sour Skittles. And, you know, like you just get the good part of the sour Skittles. So I don't think it's F tier. For me, I would like that. I think that's like C or D tier for me. I think if he offered me Raven's Revenge, I feel like I would just go nuts over it. But there's a non-zero chance I won't. Right? I'm thinking C tier. I think... he's gonna go, let's see, Yago we said was Mounds. I think Mounds is safer for me. Iron Warriors, what did we say Iron Warriors was? Iron Warriors was Toblerone. I know I'm okay with Toblerone, but I think Toblerone's kind of boring for me, and I'd want to try something new. So I think I'm gonna put him before Iron Warriors. But after Yago. Because I know I like Mounds and Almond Joy. Right. I guess that's our tier list. That's all she wrote, right? So, we have Numeon and Eidolon in S tier. A tier is Raldoron, and then Sigismund, and then Luther. What the fuck is a Flump? Is its own tier. And that is Typhon. B tier with Skittles is Marius Gage. Bites the legs off your Sour Patch Kid, Erebus. My guilty attraction there. C tier, Yago Sevitarian, Cave on Shrike, and Ferox. D tier, Karn, just because I feel like it'd be an experience and it easily puts him above F. Azak Ahriman. Please stop trying to trick me. I am Alfarius. Omegon. F tier, because I don't like Pixie Sticks. Chincha. Santar, Guga, and then stop eating candy corn, you know you hate it, is Abaddon. The very bottom of the list. I think that's a good list. I think we did good work here. As always,